countrymen and lovers, hear me for my cause and be silent that you may hear. Believe me in mine honor, and have respect for mine honor that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom, and awake your senses that you may the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, to him I say that Brutus's love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend demand why I rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. I'd rather Caesar were living and die all slaves than Caesar be dead and live all free men. As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There are tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base? That would be a bondman. If any speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so rude? That would not be a Roman. If any speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so vile that would not love his country? If any speak, for him have I offended. I pause for a reply. None! None have I offended. I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. The question of his death is enrolled in the Capitol. His glory not extenuated, wherein he was worthy, nor his offenses enforced, for which he suffered death. But here is his body, mourned by Mark Antony, who though I no hand in his death, shall receive the benefit of his dying, a place in the Commonwealth, as which of you shall not? With this I depart. No! As I slew my best lover for the good of Rome, I have the same weapon for myself. When my country shall need my death! Live!
Let him be Caesar's! Caesar's better part will be crowned in Britain!
Depart alone. No! For my sake, stay here with Antony. Grace Caesar's corpse and grace his speech tending to Caesar's glories, whom Mark Antony, by our permission, is allowed to make.
We love you, Brutus!
I do entreat you. Not a man depart, save I alone, till Antony have spoke.
Sake, I am beholden to you.
What is so, Brutus?
He says for Brutus' sake he finds himself beholden to us all.
Right, best. He speaks no harm of Brutus here.
Let's see all the tyrant! And we are blessed that Rome is rid of him.
Let us hear what Antony can say.
Gentle Romans.
Countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus.
Yes!
Noble ambitious.
He was ambitious.
If it was so, it was a grievous fault. And grievously had Caesar answered it. Here, and the leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honourable man.
Yes.
So are they all honourable men.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious,
Yes.
and Brutus is an honourable man.
Yes, he is.
He has brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honourable man.
Yes. Yes.
You all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown,
Yes, I was there.
which he just thrice refused. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, he is an honourable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you, then, to mourn for him? Oh, judgment! Thou art fled to Brutus, beast, and men have lost their reason! Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar. And I must pause till it come back to me. Methinks there's much reason in saying,
Caesar has a great Rome. Has he, masters? I fear there will be worse coming for him.
Mark me his words. He would not take the crown, therefore 'tis certain he was not ambitious. If he be found so, some will be reminded.
Poor soul. His eyes are red as fire with weeping. There is not a nobler man in Rome than Antony. Now let him. He begins again to speak.
but yesterday, the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. Now lies he there, and none so poor to do him reverence. Oh, masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong, and Cassius wrong, who you all know are honorable men. But here's a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet. 'Tis his will.
The will of Caesar!
Let the commons hear this testament, which, pardon me, I do not mean to read. Then go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds, and dip their napkins in his sacred blood. Yea, beg a hierophant in memory, and dying, mention it within their wills, bequeathing it as a rich legacy unto their issue.
We hear the will.
Have patience, gentle friends. I must not read it. It is not meet you know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood. You are not stones, but men. And being men, bearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you. It will make you mad. 'Tis good you know not that you are his heirs, for if you should, what would come of it?
Read the will!
Read the will!
I fear I wrong the honourable man whose daggers have stabbed Caesar.
They are traitors! Honorable men!
Then make a ring about the corpse of Caesar, and let me show you him that made the will. You have tears. Prepare to shed them now. You all do know this mantle. I remember the first time ever Caesar put it on. It was on a summer's evening in his tent, the day he overcame the Nervii. Look, in this place ran Cassius' weapon through. See what a rent the envious Casca made. To this, the well-beloved Brutus stabbed, and as he plucked his cursed steel away, mark how the blood of Caesar followed it, as rushing out of doors to be resolved if Brutus so unkindly knocked or no. For Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge, oh you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. This was the most unkindest cut of all. For when the noble Caesar saw him stab, in gratitude, more strong than traitors' arms quite vanquished him, then burst his mighty heart, and in his mantle, muffling up his face, even at the base of Pompey's statua, which all the while ran blood, great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there, my countrymen. Then I, and you, and all of us fell down, whilst bloody treason flourished over us. Now you weep, and I perceive you feel the dint of pity. These are gracious drops. Kind souls, what, weep you when you but behold our Caesar's vesture wounded? Look here! Here is himself, marred as you see with traitors!
Oh, piteous spectacle!
Oh, noble Caesar! Oh, woeful day!
Traitors, villains,
A most bloody sight!
When revenge is dead!
we follow him! We die for him!
Yes! Good friends, sweet friends, let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. They that have done this deed are honorable. What private griefs they have, alas, I know not that made them do it. They are wise and honorable, and will no doubt with reasons answer you. I come not, friends, to steal away your hearts. I am no orator, as Brutus is, but as you know me all, a plain, blunt man that loved my friend. And that you know full well that gave me public leave to speak of him. For I have neither wit, nor words, nor worth, action, nor utterance, nor the power of speech to stir men's blood. I only speak right on. I tell you that which you yourselves do know. Show you sweet Caesar's wounds, poor dumb mouths, and bid them speak for me. But were I Brutus, and Brutus Antony, there were an Antony would ruffle up your spirits, and put a tongue in every wound of Caesar, that should move the stones of Rome to rise and mutiny! Yet hear me, countrymen! Yet hear me speak!
Here, Antony!
Most noble Antony!
Why, friends, you go to do you know not what. Wherein hath Caesar thus deserved your loves? Alas, you know not. I must tell you then. You have forgot the will I told you. Here is the will, and under Caesar's seal.
Read it!
Read it! No!
Let's hear it!
Come on!
Hear it, come on!
Every Roman citizen.
Everyone!
To every several man.
Everyone!
75 drachmas! Moreover, he has left you all his walks, his private arbors, and new planted orchards on this side Tiber. He has left them you and to your heirs forever, common pleasures, to walk abroad and recreate yourselves. Here was the Caesar! When comes such an ally? How now, woman?
Sir, Octavia is already come to Rome.
Where is she?
She and Lepidus are at the Caesar's house.
And thither will I straight to visit her. She comes upon a wish. Fortune is merry, and in this mood will give us anything.
I heard her say, Brutus and Cassius are like madmen through the gates of Rome.
Belike they had some notice of the people, how I had moved them. Bring me to Octavia.
Tonight I dreamt that I did feast with Caesar. Yet things unlucky charge my fantasy. I have no will to wander forth of doors, yet something leads me forth. The air is populist, as though the gods debate who's next to fall. The Bacchus's cry is stilled, perhaps vulgar, yet it portends a very forlorn curse. Shall we but bow to statues stern and mute, or shake the dust from truths long left to rot? A storm is near, its herald but a breeze, the sort that knocks big juicy grapes from regal brows. Let poets speak, for verse unmasks the veil, its rhythms toppling crowns too tight for brains. Thank you.
What is your name? We are unemployed.
Where do you dwell?
Are you a married man or a bachelor?
Answer every man directly.
What is my name? Whither am I going? Where do I dwell? Am I a married man or a bachelor? Well, to answer every man directly and briefly, wisely and truly. Wisely, I say, I am a bachelor.
Proceed. Direct.
Directly, I go to Caesar's funeral.
As a friend or as an enemy?
As a friend?
That matters, answer directly.
For your dwelling, brief.
Briefly, I dwell by the capital.
Your name, sir. Truly.
Truly, my name is Cinna.
He's a conspirator!
Tear him apart! No, I'm Cinna the poet! I'm Cinna the poet!
Tell him for his bad verses!
Oh, no, the poet!
Bad verses!
No! Doesn't matter!
men shall die, their names are pricked.
Your brother too must die, Lepidus. Consent you?
I do consent.
Break him down, Antony.
Upon condition, Publius shall not live. Who is your sister's son, Mark Antony?
He shall not live. Look, with the spot I dare him. Now, Lepidus, go you to Caesar's house and fetch his will hither, and we shall determine how to cut off some Trajan legacies. This is a slight unmeritable man, meet to be sent on errands. Is it fit the threefold world divided he should stand one of the three to share it?
So you thought him, and took his voice who should be pricked to die in a flat sentence and conscription.
Octavia, I have seen more days than you. And though we lay these honours on this band to ease ourselves of divers slanderous slurs, we shall but bear them as the ass bears gold, to groan and sweat under the business, either led or driven, as we point the way. And having brought our treasure where we will, then take we down his load and turn him off, like to the empty ass, to shake his ears and grace in commons.
You may do your will, but he's a tried and valiant soldier.
So is my horse, Octavia. And for that I do appoint him store of provender. It is a creature that I teach to fight, to whine, to stop, to run directly on, his corporal motion governed by my spirit. And in some text is Lepidus itself. He must be taught and trained and bid go forth. Do not talk of him but as a property. And now, Octavia, listen great things. Brutus and Cassius are levying powers. We must straight make head.
Let us do so, for we are at the stake and made about with many enemies, and some that smile have in their hearts I fear millions of mischiefs.
Set ho!
Set ho!
Most noble brother, you have done me wrong.
Judge me, you gods, wrong I mine enemies. And if not so, how should I wrong a brother?
Brutus, this sober form of yours hides wrongs. And when you
Cassius, be content. Speak your griefs softly, I do know you well. Before the eyes of both our armies here, which perceive nothing but love from us. Let us not wrangle, bid them move away.
that you have wronged me doth appear in this. You have condemned and noted Lucius Pella for taking bribes here of the Sardians, wherein my letters, writing on his side because I knew the man, were slighted off.
You wrong yourself to write in such a case.
In such a time as this, it is not meet that every nice offense should bear his comment.
Let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are much condemned to have an itching palm to sell and march your offices for gold to undeservers.
I, an itching palm. You know that you are Brutus that speaks this, or by the gods, this speech were else your last.
The name of Cassius honors this corruption, and chastisement doth therefore hide his head.
Chastisement.
Remember March? The Ides of March. Remember. Did not great Julius bleed for justice' sake? What villain touched his body that did stab, and not for justice? What shall one of us, that struck the foremost man of all this world, but for supporting robbers, shall we now contaminate our fingers with base bribes, and sell the mighty space of our large honors for so much trash as may be grasped thus? I'd rather be a dog and bay the moon than such a Roman.
Brutus, bait not me. I'll not endure it. You forget yourself to hedge me in. I am a soldier, I, older in practice, abler than yourself to
Go
make
to it, you're not, Cassius.
I am.
I say you're not.
Urge me no more, I shall forget myself. Have mind upon your health tempt me no further.
Away, sight man!
Is possible?
Hear me, for I will speak. Must I give way and room to your rash choler? Shall I be frighted when a madman stares?
Oh, ye gods, must I endure all this?
All this? I more. Fret till your proud heart break. Go show your slaves how choleric you are, and make your bondmen tremble. Must I budge? Must I observe you? Must I stand and crouch under your testy humor? By the gods, you shall digest the venom of your spleen, though I do split you forth from this day forth. I'll use you for my mirth, yeah, for my laughter, when you are waspish.
It's come to this.
You say you're a better soldier. Let it appear so, and make your vaunting true, and it shall please me well. For mine own part, I shall be glad to learn of noble men.
You wrong me. Every way you wrong me, Brutus. I said an older soldier, not a better. Did I say better?
If you did, I care not.
When Caesar lived, he durst not thus have moved me.
Peace, you durst not so have tempted him.
I durst not.
No.
What durst not tempt him?
For your life, you durst not.
Do not presume too much upon my love. I may do that I shall be sorry for.
You have done that you shall be sorry for. There is no terror, Cassius, in your threats. For I am armed so strong in honesty that they pass by me as the idle wind, which I respect not. I did send to you for certain sums of gold, which you denied me, for I can raise no money by vile means. By heaven, I'd rather coin my heart and drop my blood for drachmas than to wring from the hard hands of peasants or vile trash by any indirection. I did send to you for certain sums of gold to pay my lieges, which you denied me. Was that done, my Cassius?
I denied you not.
You did!
I did not. He was but a fool that brought my answer back. Brutus hath rived my heart. A friend should bear his friend's infirmities. Brutus makes mine greater than they are.
I do not till you practice them on me.
You love me not.
I do not like your faults.
A friendly eye could never see such faults.
And flatterers would not, though they do appear as huge as high Olympus.
Come, Antony and young Octavia, come, revenge yourselves alone on Cassius. For Cassius is a weary of the world, hated by one he loves, braved by his brother, checked like a bondman, all his faults observed, set in a notebook, learned and conned by rote, to cast into my teeth. Oh, I can weep my spirit from mine eyes. There is my weapon. Here, my naked breast. Within, a heart dearer than Plutus mine, richer than gold. If that thou be'st a Roman, take it forth. I, that denied thee gold, will give my heart. Strike as thou didst at Caesar, for I know, when thou didst hate him, worse thou lovest him better than ever thou lovest Cassius.
Sheath your weapon. Be angry when you will, it shall have scope. Do what you will, dishonor shall be humor. Oh, Cassius, you're yoked with a lamb that carries anger as the flint bears fire, who much in force shows a hasty spark and straight is cooled again.
Cassius lived to be but mirth and laughter to his Brutus, when grief and blood ill-tempered vexeth him.
When I spoke that, I was ill-tempered too. What's the matter?
Have not you love enough to bear with me? And that same humor that my mother gave me makes me forgetful.
Oh, Cassius, from henceforth, when you are over earnest with your Brutus, you'll think your mother chides and leave you so. Lucius! A bowl of wine.
I did not think that you could be so angry.
Cassius. I am sick of many griefs.
Of your philosophy you make no use if you give place to accidental evils.
No man bears sorrow better. Portia is dead.
Portia? Upon what sickness?
Impatient of my absence, and struck with grief that Octavia and Mark Antony have made themselves so strong, she fell distract, and her attendant's absence swallowed fire.
And died so.
Even so,
Oh, ye immortal gods.
speak no more of her. Give me a bowl of wine. And this I bury all in kindness. Cassius.
My heart is thirsty for that noble pledge. Fill, Lucius, till the wine o'erswell the cup. I cannot drink enough of Brutus' love.
Cassius, I've here received letters that young Octavia and Mark Antony come down upon us with a mighty power, bending the expedition toward Philippi.
You myself have letters of the self-same tenor.
With what addition?
That by proscription and bills of outlawry, Octavia, Antony, and Lepidus have put to death 100 senators.
Therein our letters do not well agree. Mine speak of 70 senators that died by that order of prescription, Cicero being one.
Cicero won.
Cicero is dead by that order of prescription. Well, to our work alive, what think you of marching upon Philippi presently?
I do not think it good.
Your reasons?
This it is. 'Tis better that the enemies seek us. So shall he waste his means, weary as soldiers, whilst we, lying still, are full of rest, defense, and nimbleness.
Good reasons must of force give place to better. The people twixt Philippi and this ground do stand but in a forced affection, for they have grudged us contribution. The enemy, marching along by them shall make a fuller number up. Come on, refreshed, new added, and encouraged, at which advantage we shall cut them off, if at Philippi we do face them there, these people at our backs. Under your pardon! You must note besides that we have tried the utmost of our friends. Our legions are brimful. Our cause is ripe. The enemy increaseth every day. We at the height are ready to decline. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken on at the flood, leads on to fortune. Omitted, all the voyage of their life is bound in shallows and in miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat. And we must take the current when it serves, or lose all our ventures.
Then, with your will, go on. Wheel along ourselves and meet you at Philippi.
The dark of night is crept upon our talk, and nature must obey necessity, which we will niggard with a little rest. There is no more to say?
No more. Good night. Oh, my dear brother, this was an ill beginning to the night. Never come such division between our souls. Let it not, Brutus.
Everything is well.
Good night, my lord.
Good night, good brother.
Where's my gown?
Here in the tent. What, thou speakest drowsily? Poor knave. I blame thee not, thou art overwatched. Call Varro and some other of my men. I'll have them sleep on cushions in my tent.
Calls my lord?
Ah, Varro. I pray you, sir, come down to my tent and sleep. It may be I shall raise you by and by on business to my brother Cassius.
So please you, I will stand and watch your pleasure.
I would not have it so. I pray you, sir, lie down. It may be you shall bethink me otherwise. Thank you, Lucius. Lucius! Here's the book I sought for so. I found it in the pocket of my gown.
I knew your lordship did not give it me.
Bear with me, good man, I am much forgetful. I troubled thee too much, but thou art willing.
'Tis my duty, sir.
I should not urge thy duty past thy might. I know your blood looks for a time of rest, huh?
I have slept, my lord, already.
It was well done, and thou shalt sleep again. I will not hold thee long. If I do live, I will be good to thee. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. And you could have it all. My empire of dirt. I will let you down. I will make you hurt. This is a sleepy tune. Oh, murderous slumber, lays down thy linen mace upon my men that plays thee music. Gentle knaves, good night. I would not do thee so much wrong to wake thee. Good night, good man. Let me see. Is not the leaf turned down where I left reading? There it is, I think. I will distemper birds. Who goes here? I think it is the weakness of mine eyes that shapes this monstrous apparition. It comes upon me. Art thou anything? Why comest thou?
To tell thee, I will see thee at Philippi.
Well then, I shall see thee again.
I, at Philippi.
Why? Then I shall see thee at Philippi then. Ill spirit, now that my heart has taken hold, thou vanishest. I would hold more talk with thee. Lucius! Murrah, go and commend me to my brother Cassius. Bid him sit on his powers but times before, and we will follow. Shall we done, my lord? Go!
Now, Anthony, our hopes are answered. You said the enemy will not come down, but keep the hills and operations. It proves not so. The battles are at hand. They mean to warn us at Philippi here, answering before we to demand of them.
Tut! I am in their bosoms and I know wherefore they do it. They could be content to visit other places and come down with fearful bravery, thinking by this face to fasten in our thoughts that they have courage. But 'tis not so. Octavia, lead your battle softly on upon the left hand of the even field.
Upon the right hand I keep down the left.
Why do you cross me in this exigent?
I do not cross you, but I will do so.
They stand and would have parley.
Stand fast, Catinius. We must now talk.
Mark Antony, shall we give sign of battle?
No, Caesar, we will answer on their charge. Make forth! The generals would have some words!
Stand not until the signal!
Words before blows. Is it so, countrymen?
Not that we love words better as you do.
Good words are better than bad strokes, Octavia.
And your bad strokes, Brutus, you give good words. Witness the hole you made in Caesar's heart, crying, "Long live, hail Caesar!"
Antony, the posture of your blows is yet unknown. As for your words, they rob the hide of bees and leave them penniless.
Not stingless, too.
Oh yes, and soundless too. For you have stolen their buzzing, Antony, and very wisely threat before you sting.
Villains! You did not sow, and your vile weapons hacked one another in the sight of Caesar. You showed your teeth like apes, fawned like hounds, and bowed like bondsmen kissing Caesar's feet, while standard Casca like a cur behind struck Caesar on the neck. Oh, you flatterers!
Flatterers. Now, Brutus, thank yourself. This tongue had not offended so today if Cassius might have proved.
Come, the cause. If I will make us sweat, the proof of it will turn to red drops. Look, I draw a sword against conspirators. When think you that the sword goes up again? Never, till Caesar's 33 wounds be well avenged, or till another Caesar have added slaughter to the sword of traitors.
Caesar, thou canst not die by traitors' hands, unless thou bringest them with thee.
So I hope. I was not born to die on Brutus' hand.
Now, if thou wert the noblest of thy strain, woman, thou couldst not die more honorable.
Peevish schoolgirl worthless of such honor, joined with a masker and a reveler.
Old Cassius still.
Come, Antony, away. Defiant traitors, hold me in your teeth. If you dare fight today, come to the field. If not, you have stomachs.
Why? Now blow wind, swell, billow, and swim, bark! Titinius, hark, a word with thee, Titinius. Today is my birthday. For on this very day was Cassius born. Give me your hand, be thou my witness, that against my will, as Pompey was, I am compelled to set upon one battle all our liberties. For I am fresh of spirit, and resolved to meet all perils very constantly. Now, noble Brutus, the gods today stand friendly, that we may, lovers in peace, meet on our days to age. But, since the affairs of men stand still uncertain, let's reason with the worst that may befall. If we do lose this battle, then is this the very last time we shall speak together. What are you then determined to do?
Even by the rule of that philosophy, which I do blame Cato for the death he gave himself, I know not how. But I do find it cowardly and vile, for fear of what might fall, so to prevent the time of life, arming myself with patience to seek the providence of some higher powers that govern us below.
Then if we lose this battle, you are contented to be led in triumph through the streets of Rome?
No, Cassius, no. Think not, thou noble Roman, that Brutus shall ever go bound to Rome. He bears too great a mind. For this day must end, the work the Ides of March begun. And whether we shall see each other again, I know not. Therefore our everlasting farewell take, forever and forever. Farewell, Cassius. If we do meet again, well, then we shall smile. If not, well, then this parting was well made.
Forever and forever farewell, Brutus. If we do meet again, we'll smile indeed. If not, 'tis true this parting was well made.
Well then, lead on. Oh, that a man might know the end of this day's business ere it come. But suffice it that this day will end, and that the end is known. Come away! I do perceive what golden inward of David's waves, and sudden push gives them the overthrow. Let them all come down!
No! Look, Titinius, look! The villains fly! Myself, to mine own turned enemy. This handsome ear of mine was turning back. I slew the coward and to take it from.
Oh, Cassius, Brutus may went too early, who having some advantage on Octavia took it too eagerly. Her soldier fell to spoils, whilst we by Antony are all enclosed. Mark Antony's in your tents, my lord! Fly, therefore, noble Cassius, fly far off!
This hill is far enough. Titinius, look, are those my tents where I perceive the fire?
They are, my lord.
Titinius, if thou lovest me, take down my horse and hide thy spurs in him till he hath brought thee up to yonder troops, and here again, that I may rest assured whether yon troops are friend or enemy.
I will be here again, e'en with a thought.
What news? What horsemen are these at his heels? Yet he spurs on. Now they're almost on him. Now Titinius! He's taken. Yes! Mark, they shout for joy! Oh! Coward! That I am! To live so long to see my best friend tamed before my face. Caesar, thou art revenged. Even with the hand that killed thee.
He likes not like the living. Cassius is no more. Oh, setting sun, as in thy red rays thou dost sink tonight, so in his red blood Cassius' day is set. The sun of Rome is set. Our day is gone. Clouds, dews, dangers come, our deeds are done. Mistrust of my success have done this deed. Why didst thou send me forth, brave Cassius? Did I not meet thy friends? And did not they put on my brows this wreath of victory and bid me give it thee? Didst thou not hear their shouts? Alas, thou hast misconstrued everything. But, hold thee. Take thee this garland on thy brow. Thy Brutus bid me give it thee, and I shall do his bidding. Brutus, come apace and see how I regarded Cassius. By your leave, gods. This is a Roman's thought. Oh, Julius Caesar, thou art mighty yet. Thy spirit walks abroad and turns our swords into our own proper entrails. Are two Romans living such as these? Last of all the Romans, fare thee well. It is impossible that Rome should ever breed thy fellow friends. I owe more tears to this dead man than you shall ever see me pay. I shall find time, Cassius. I shall find time. Keep on, countrymen. Keep your heads up. Even now. this rock. What am I, my lord? No, not for all the world. I'd rather kill myself. Thee, Dardanius! What ill request did Brutus make of thee to kill him, Clytus? Look, he meditates. Now is that noble vessel full of grief that it runs over, even at his eyes. What says, my lord? I know my hour is come. It is more worthy to leap in ourselves than to tarry till they push us. Good Volumnius, thou knowest we two went to school together, even for that love of old. I prithee, hold thou my sword hilts, whilst I run on them. No, it's not an office for a friend, my lord. Fly, fly, my lord, there is no tarrying here, my lord. My lord. That joy that yet in all my life I found no man, but he was true to me. So very well, all at once, for Brutus's tongue had ended his life's history. Night hangs upon my eyes, and my bones would have rest that have labored to attain this hour. Hence, I will follow. Caesar, now be still. I killed not thee would have so good a will.
What man is that?
This was the noblest Roman of them all the conspirators, if only he, did that they did in envy of great Caesar. He only in a general honest thought, and common good to all, made one of them. His life was gentle, and the elements so mixed in him, that nature might stand up and say to all the world, this was a man.
According to his virtue, let us use him. With all respect and rites of burial. For my 10, his bones tonight shall lie, most like a soldier, ordered honorably. So call the field to rest, and let's away to part the glories of this happy day.